Boy, talk about time. I'll sit down.
It's going.
Yes, it is.
Ready, Donna?
Yes.
You all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to do a roll call.
Ms. Smith? Oh, first. I'm here. Mr. Huebner? Mr. Logan?
Here.
Supervisor Williams?
Here. Would you like to make a motion on the reports?
I would like to make a motion to accept the following reports. Code compliance, October 2024. Code enforcement, October 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Somebody like to make a motion on the supervisor's report?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the supervisor's reports. There's no date, right?
Should I be rolling my sleeves up here?
Yeah, it's about 1,000 degrees in
Yeah,
here.
So left.
Sorry. So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for the following boards, town board minutes, October 9th, 2024. Public hearing for Comcast cable agreement, October 9th, 2024. And the public hearing for special improvements districts, October 9th, 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who's auditing the bills?
I will be making a motion to approve abstract number 20 dated October 25th, 2024 in the amount of $269,766.88. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Budget transfers?
Sure. Rolling right along for 2024 budget adjustment request number 31. The following budget adjustment is necessary to allocate additional funds for the emergency repairs to the Fox Run Water Administrative Equipment and Capital Outlay contractual accounts. We will be making an increase of $2,638 to the interest earnings and an increase for appropriated fund balance for $14,500 and a decrease to the Water Administration Equipment and Capital Outlay for $7,138 and an increase to the Water Administration contractual $10,000. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 31 dated November 6, 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second budget adjustment we have here is necessary to allocate additional funds for the necessary repairs to the CEO vehicle and additional payment to ICC Development Municipality. We'll be making an increase to the interest earnings of $6,000 and an increase to the code enforcement contractual for $6,000. I'd like to make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 32, effective November 6, 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next budget adjustment request is necessary to allocate additional funds for the contract settlement to the sidewalk snow contract account. We'll be increasing the interest earnings revenue account $2,495 and increasing the code enforcement contractual expense account $2,495. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 33 dated November 6, 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, we have budget transfer request, which is necessary to reallocate funds for the additional costs to the park contractual account. We will be taking from the park equipment and capital outlay $5,000 and moving that to the park contractual $5,000. I'll make a motion to approve budget transfer request number 34 dated November 6, 2024. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so the town of Patterson is a member of the Association of Towns, and every year the Association of Towns has their annual meeting down in New York City, at which the town needs to send a delegate. Again, this year, Mary Delanoy, our receiver of taxes, has graciously volunteered to attend the Association of Towns. And so I would like to introduce this resolution appointing Mary Delanoy as delegate to the Association of Towns for 2025 and ask that it be entered into the record as though it was read. So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
right.
you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
So our workers' comp is coming up, our workers' compensation. We use Brown and Brown for the broker, and we use Comp Alliance for our workers' comp. Typically by now, every year, we've approved the budget. And if we've approved the budget with this number in it, I am free to actually cover the insurance. But being as we haven't done a budget, we need to do a motion. So this year, the Comp Alliance is proposing a 4.6% increase. We would be going from what we were paying last year, $202,338 to $211,620. I'd like to make a motion to approve the workers' compensation renewal package from Comp Alliance. So all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have to have drug testing for certain of our employees. Last year, we had 17 employees that we were randomly testing. This year, we will be randomly testing 19 employees. There has been a slight price increase. So again, just for the board's information, last year, the cost for partners and safety was $986. This year, it will be $1,197. And I'd like to make a motion to approve partners and safety to provide to administer a drug and alcohol testing program for the amount of $1,197. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, town budget. We've had a number of meetings on the town budget. I think we're pretty comfortable where we are. There are a couple of issues that I want to run past the board before we do anything with this. One is we had a conversation and met with the Patterson Fire Department, and we, as a board, came up with a number that we felt was appropriate for the Patterson Fire Department budget. Subsequent to that, they submitted a modified budget, which is not reflected in the current preliminary budget. So that's one issue that we need to decide whether we are going to accept their number, in which case we need to have another meeting and go through it, or we're just going with the numbers that we have. And the second issue is our EMS, because we were in the middle of contract negotiations. We have a number that we have thrown in there, which we feel is fair and appropriate for salaries for our EMTs, including going to full-time EMTs. I will say one of the variables in that, our EMS scenario is the ALS portion of it. Because of things that are going on around the county, there was some question about whether it would be more economical for us to start our own ALS service. I have finally reached resolution with Empress, who is currently providing ALS. There is going to be a very modest increase in the cost to the town, which is driven by Medicare or Medicaid, one or the other. But it amounts to an $8 increase from what we were paying last year. Can't beat those prices.
If we develop our own,
No, if we go
or
with
if we go with.
Empress, if we sign the
Oh,
contract,
okay.
right?
Okay.
So I will be bringing that contract to the board at our next meeting to review and approve. But again, it's the same contract that we
Mhm.
did last year with just a slight modification with the cost.
Okay.
So I'm throwing it out to the board, whether you are comfortable with the preliminary budget as it is and moving forward, or do you want to have another meeting and go through some of the issues I've just talked about?
The Patterson Fire Department issue was one that they came back with a number that was slightly lower than what we had put in the budget.
Correct.
If we go with the number that we have in the budget, can we just put that money into either vehicle replacement or one of those areas where we can then reappropriate it?
I suppose we could, yes.
Was my question. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm okay with
Sorry, I'll
that
rescind my question.
then. Fine. John. You said it probably a lot better than I would have.
But I'd be comfortable with that.
I would too. And then I don't know what the amount is. It's a smallish amount.
It wasn't
in the grand
a big
scheme of
amount, no.
things. Yeah.
So they presented us with a number and then we went back with a lower number and they came back even lower. So I think that, what was it, what we, presented to them, we were fine with. So I'm happy staying with that number
With the number we
that
Yeah,
we
presented.
presented, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Because, I mean, the other reality is that we know that there's never enough money in vehicle replacement. We're
Mhm.
always falling
Yeah.
short.
All of
So we're undervaluing that, which is we're trying to stay within, reasonable situation, so.
all right,
Agreed.
sounds like everybody's comfortable with this, so I would like to introduce the adoption of the final budget for 2025 as it is laid out here, and ask that that be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Mary, you're up.
Yes, so we have winter sidewalk maintenance bids. We had, 5 bidders come in. We do have a recommendation from Mr. Dennis Mays. I'm sure that you guys had, a moment to read his recommendation. That he would like us to forego the, lowest bidder and take the second lowest bidder for reasons that he's outlined in his memo. In conversations with the supervisor, I think that you're able to negate any of the issues that he's brought forward with the relationship and sitting down with the low bidder, because the second lowest bidder is significantly higher than Colonial Town Landscaping, who we used for several years. I think we do have a relationship with them. You have a relationship with them.
You do.
And I think that, to stay with them, in hopes that you could sit down and just iron out any of the small little speed bumps that we hit, no pun intended. And,
It sounded intended.
so does anyone have anything to offer on that?
I think,
I agree.
which is so inclined to make sure that, or to be willing to speak with them and just kind of lay it on the line.
Yeah,
This will be a great test for next year.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
they're kind of
I mean,
latching into-
I always like to respect the department head's recommendation, but I think that, since the supervisor has a good relationship with the operator of this company, that we should be fine, and we've had them in the past. I don't think the issue was really with the service and more or less just the communication. So I
Communications.
think that if you can maintain open communication and express that that's needed, we can move forward. And like you said, for the, years to come, because last year was not awarded to him, and I'm sure that, he bid on it again, so he wants to come back. So I'm sure that was impacted him.
Well, not to mention that I'm absolutely convinced that the winter is going to stay just the way it is today, so we have nothing to do.
So, that's what was my next question. Well, that was my next question. We've been going for the lump sum. We want to stay that way because I think we've kind of came out on the short end of the stick in the past few years. But I did see the chipmunks storing a lot of nuts, so.
Sure. So, for
Yeah,
a
very
while, we
active.
were going back and forth whether it should be a per storm or a lump sum bid for the annual, and what we ended up working out, which seems to protect us, but it also protects the contractor, is if we do a combination of both, as you know.
Mhm,
So we start off the year by doing a per storm contract,
mhm.
and then when we get into the deep winter, then it's a lump sum amount, however many storms we may get. I think it's from December 15th to March 15th.
Mhm.
And then after that, it's per storm. If we happen to get another
Yeah.
storm at the end of the year, then we pay per storm. So we've been using a combination. It seems to attract more bidders because there's some assurances that they are going to make some money regardless of what the winter does, based, to offset the investment they may need to make in equipment. The second contractor we got last year had to go out and buy all new equipment to do this.
Wow.
And he did a good job for the 2 little storms we had, but
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
That second contractor wasn't Colonial Town.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a resolution here. And, just to outline the cost, the lump sum of $12,250 for December 15th through March 15th, 2025, and $1,125 per storm before December 15th, 2024, and after March 15th, 2025. So I'd like to make a motion to enter this resolution into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Gonna
Okay.
do two, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And the second one, same scenario. This would be the snow removal for the sewer and water districts. This is at the lump sum of $9,875 for December 15th, 2024 through March 15th, 2025, and $985 per storm before December 15th, 2024, and after March 15th, 2025. So I'd like to make a motion to enter this resolution into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Recreation Okay, we have a request from Mr. Matt Chabarro to hire Jason Girardi, Anthony Celentano, Jonathan Milage as recreation assistants for the town of Patterson Recreation Department at the rate of $13 per hour. Matt states that they all have had experience working with the children in sport or camp setting, and they will be welcome additions to his staff. So I'd like to make a motion to approve Jason Girardi, Anthony Celentano, and Jonathan Milage as recreation assistants at the rate of $13 per hour. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now I have a rehire for Mr. Machabaro, Jason Van Shefton. His role will be youth basketball program leader. And he will be at the 2024 budget at $18 per hour and increases to $18.60 per hour in 2025. I'll make a motion to approve Jason Van Shafton as the basketball program leader at the prices that I just outlined in this memo. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
See a memo on this resolution. So these are senior rec leaders. Oh, thank you. Is that a last minute?
But I had it in the backup.
Oh, yeah, I don't have it. Okay. So I have a resolution here to, from Machabaro recommending hiring a full-time senior recreation leader within the town to assist the recreation department in providing new programs and events for town residents and their guests. So I'd like to make a motion to approve Christopher Santos as the full-time senior recreation leader as outlined in this resolution, to appoint him and enter this resolution into the red lists. So read. So moved.
Second.
And we're
Oh, sorry.
appointing a provision.
Provisional.
Oh, okay, it's provisionally based on the paperwork.
Well,
Being submitted
based on
to
the
Sue?
fact that he's going to need to test for this.
Oh, okay, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Can I just ask a question? Did the last person, was this a list? This is a civil service list?
It did come off the list.
Oh, okay.
No, there is no list. There is no list. That's
Oh,
why
okay,
we're
but
doing
they
it
just have
provisional.
to, okay.
So
okay.
there was a list, but it had expired.
Okay, and sorry about that. I didn't have the,
It's all right.
oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, anyway, I do want to comment on this. It's about time, and I hope that this will help Matt out tremendously because he's been putting in a lot of time over there at the rec center, and he needs to start spending some time with his family.
We are looking at more people, I believe.
Oh,
I
good.
hope,
That's good. Okay.
as she laughs.
Every once in a while, I contact Matt and thank him.
All right,
Okay.
Peter, you're up.
No,
Oh,
she got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe you want
I
to
just
skip.
This is the
wanna
most
go right-
important
Yeah,
I
I
was just
know.
gonna say, maybe he's a little
Grinch in
Yeah.
Grinch here. He doesn't want to talk about the holiday party. Okay, so we have the holiday party for the staff of the town of Patterson, and I'd like to make a motion to approve a budget amount not to exceed $1,800 for this very fun event. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now,
Now,
Peter, you're up.
so it's time to renew our agreement with Brook Farm Veterinary, and they take in unclaimed dogs that the dog control officer picks up. So I would like to introduce this resolution for the renewal of the agreement with Brook Farm for accepting our captured dogs in the amount of, I'm sorry. I'd ask that the resolution be read into the record as entered into the record as read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I have from the building department, a request for a refund. I would like to make a motion to approve the refund of $300 to Joseph Muccio for the building permit that he he got a building permit to put a new railing on his deck. And as per the building department, a permit is not required for that. So I'd like to make a motion to refund the amount of $300 to Joseph Muccio. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The building department is driving a 2007 vehicle at this point. So they have made a request for a new vehicle, and we have numbers for a number of different vehicles. The building inspector has requested a specific vehicle on the list, and it is a 2024 Jeep Cherokee Laredo 4x4, and the amount will be $38,673. I'd like to make a motion that we accept that and purchase this vehicle. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
One little detail, the Jeep he's currently driving, well, it's not a Jeep, it's a, God, I can't even think of what it is, but
Tahoe or something, isn't it?
yeah, it blew the transmission. It's gonna cost us $7,000 to fix,
Mm.
which is why we're going down the road of a new vehicle.
This is off state contract, right, Rich?
This is off the state contract, yes, ma'am.
You know, if you want to dispose of that, if you call Brookfield Recycling,
Don't know.
they yes, you can get a price from them, see what they'll give you for the metal.
We have to bring it there though, right?
No, they pick it up.
Southeast Auto does too, right up in Window.
Oh, okay. They pick it up as well?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So Veterans Memorial Park is in need of a new play system. So it went out to bid, and I believe that the contract will be going to Miracle Recreation Equipment. I'd like to make a motion to approve the amount of $75,000 paid to that company. For a new playground, including installation at Veterans Memorial Park. So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah.
All in favor? Oh, sorry.
Discussion?
Oh, no, I
That's
just
not
wanted
good,
to see the
discussion.
picture of it.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Good.
Aye.
Is that Peter?
That's me.
And that's also off government contract.
Okay.
Just noting it.
Okay. The first item we have relates to the planning board's decision for an amended site plan for Centennial Provisions Loading Docks. Dated August 22nd, we have to set a performance bond and associated inspection fees, so the town engineer is recommending a performance bond of $12,605 with $3,298.92 of associated inspection fees. Make a motion that we introduce the resolution for 859 Fair Street Realty LLC amended site plan and ask that this resolution be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item we have is a request for our senior trips for Putt Lake seniors for the 2024 Christmas party. This will be Aversano's Catering for their party for a total expenses of $1,750, of which approximately $500 will be offset by the ticket sales. So I'll make a motion that we approve that request. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item, also playground equipment, relates to a request that's being put to look at the club court playground over in Putnam Lake. Dennis Mays, our building and maintenance supervisor, has been getting quotes. We are not quite there yet. Some of the quotes do not include removal of the old equipment. But right now, at this point, we are looking for an amount, or we're projecting an amount in the neighborhood of, similar to the Veterans Park, the neighborhood of $70,000 to $80,000. So it's just for advisement to the town board that that'll be coming down the pipe when we get additional information from Dennis Mays.
Everybody just needs to look at the equipment that's being proposed and make sure you're comfortable, because it's basically a complete revamp.
Yeah.
And so everyone knows this is coming, the funds to pay this are coming out of contributions, not voluntary contributions, but contributions made by developers who develop within the town of Patterson. When they do a residential subdivision, they need to pay a fee per lot. And that's where these funds are coming from. So they're not actually coming from taxpayer funds.
That's the recreation fees that are associated with.
Correct.
Yeah. In some cases, the subdivision does other work for the community in lieu of that fees, correct?
They can provide parklands that would be open to all our residents if it's appropriate within that subdivision. I don't recall that ever being the case, though. They are more than happy to pay the fee and push the parkland someplace else.
Next, we have a few EMS requests. The first is Bobby Kearns is endorsing Miss Amber Fairchild and Miss Samantha McCarthy to be upgraded to the permanent status as EMTs with the town of Patterson. They obviously have passed in or on the civil service list. They'll be on 1-year probation. So we have a resolution for Amber Fairchild to be service permanent a permanent part-time EMT, but that's the way it goes. They are on the county certification of eligible CR18. So make a motion, we approve this resolution for Amber Fairchild and ask that it be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the same for Samantha McCarthy. Ask that this resolution be entered into the record as though read.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Other business? Any town board member have any other business they wish to bring up? Counselor, would you like to touch on this tax certiorari?
Yes. So we do have a tax certiorari that we're seeking to settle. The matter is a property that sold in 2022. And the reduction is essentially based upon the sales price. The sale price in 2022 was $2,197,000. We did receive a copy of the appraisal from when the sale happened, and it was consistent with that sale price. And since the sale was in 2022, we did add some inflation to it. So it was 6% for 2023, 2024. And there were some improvements that have been done from the sale. So the revised assessment would be $2,409,200 from the original assessed value of $2,740,000. The reason this is being added as additional business tonight is because we want to get this corrected before the tax roll goes to the county in order for tax bills to be finalized, so that it doesn't have any tax ramifications on the town going forward, and those bills can be printed correctly for 2025. I'm recommending the settlement just based purely upon the sale and the appraisal that was submitted, and the assessor did agree with this resolution of the matter.
Anybody have any questions? All right, I'd like to move the resolution for settlement of the tax certiorari proceeding in the matter of the application of Frias Bridges versus Town of Patterson, and ask that it be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I do have one more thing I do want to bring up. At the last meeting, I believe it was, there was some question about garbage being dumped off in the containers around Putnam Lake, and questions whether the code enforcement was doing anything. We did get a report back for the code enforcement about all the actions they have taken for not only that, but a couple of others, showing that they are indeed reaching out to these individuals, letting them know it's not appropriate to dump their trash along our roads or in our recycling containers, or not recycling, trash containers. So that is it for me. Public recognition. Does any member of the public joining us here tonight have anything they wish to address the board on?
Meg Karen, 213 Fairfield Drive, Monday's Veterans Day. VFW will be having their Veterans Day service at the monument at 11 o'clock. We hope all people will come out. On November 22nd, Patterson Rec is having their holiday kickoff event. Hope all of the town board will come and support our holiday kickoff. And then on Thanksgiving, the VFW is having Ragamuffin Day, and that is open to all children in our community. It's 10 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Meg, what time is the holiday kickoff on the 22nd? Did you say that?
I believe it's 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Thank you.
No, it was something different that I saw today.
Is it 5:30?
No, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Any,
Sonia Abby Taylor, 312 McManus Road North. I'm delighted that you're doing all the upgrades for the playgrounds. Will they be handicapped accessible for kids with physical disabilities?
some of the equipment is and some of the equipment is not. I know last year I had a number of swings replaced so that handicapped children could use them.
Okay, I think it's just something that we should take into consideration. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Larry Mendel. I'm here because I'm requesting retirement benefits from active service with the Patterson Fire Department. And I would like the Patterson Fire Department to comply with the New York State General Municipal Law, Article 11A, to provide a retirement benefit for myself. It seems like I'm at a brick wall because I've provided documents of service awards from federal, state, and local officials confirm and verify my membership in active duty with the Patterson Fire Department, and I'm not getting anywhere with it. I don't know. It's between the town board and the fire department, and I'm told that the fire department is going to be looking for the records because they don't have any record of my membership. And I've been a member for 30 years, and the point system was my supervisor, John Boder, who unfortunately passed away, submitted the records for me. I don't have any documentation other than the award certificates, which I believe were enough proof that I did serve the fire department and the community for years, for 30 years. And I'm at a brick wall. I don't know what more I can do. I'm asking the town board and for receive the benefits that I'm entitled to. I don't know where to go from here, you know.
So Larry, I know that you are a valued member of the Patterson Fire Department. I know that you were out on the streets at the fire police. I would go down the road to an accident and you'd be there. There's no doubt in my mind that you served the Patterson Fire Department. The issue becomes one of the LoSAP program, and it requires you to do various things throughout the year, including, work details, attending meetings, training. in order, and you have to do enough of them to earn 50 points. And if you've earned 50 points, you get a year's worth of service credit, you know, in your account.
Mhm.
And if you've done that for 5 years, then you're vested in the plan. So you would get a retirement benefit.
Mhm.
The town has not ever received any notice from the Patterson Fire Department, as we do annually, that you have earned those 50 points and you get a year's worth of service credit.
Mhm.
If you'd like, you can come into my office, you know, and I will go through in detail. I did give you general municipal law. I did give you,
Right, thank you.
I did give you the plan.
Right.
But I can sit down with you and go through and show you exactly what I'm talking about in the need to earn 50 points to earn a year's worth of service credit. Now, my problem is the Patterson Fire Department and Putnam Lake Fire Department as well. They provide me every year an accounting of who earned 50 points or more and how they earned those 50 points in order that I can, you know, give somebody a year's worth of service credit. I don't have anything from Patterson Fire Department. I did reach out to the Patterson Fire Department. They did review their electronic database and they say there is nothing in their electronic database concerning you. They were then going to go back and look into old paper documents. I don't know they've had a chance to do that yet. I'm hoping if they do that and there's something in those, you know, paper documents, then we can, you know, resolve these issues to your favor. Because again, I know you were a valued member of the Patterson Fire Department.
I was grandfathered in when the program began because I was I've been a member since 1982. And I was told I was grandfathered in, and with the service awards, I've read in the law, I believe that the service awards from state senator, assemblyman, the sheriff's department, have all given me service awards for my 30 years of service. And I couldn't get and John Boder submitted the records. I never, I mean, I have my records, but I don't have any control about what the fire department did with their records. And it's just very frustrating that I have to depend on them because I have documents that verifying my service. And I'm just wondering where to go from here. Should I contact Albany or the Attorney General or whatever to get these records? I've been put off for years on this. I've asked past presidents or whatever if they could help me. No, I don't see any incentive for anybody to help me, and I'm at a standstill now without saying that, because from what I understand, I have to get, they have to find my records. But I have documents confirming my service. So why should I, if they can't provide their records, then
So, Larry,
I think it's one
I
way.
understand. So I don't know who else you would contact. Again, it all comes down to the Patterson Fire Department and their records. Your service awards show us that you were with the fire department for 30 years. And again,
And
nobody is
active-
disputing that.
They're active service awards.
I understand that they're active service awards, but they don't tell me that you earned 15 points doing, you know, work details. They don't
Mhm.
tell me that you earned 15 points because you were going to meetings or that you were going to a sufficient number of ambulance calls or fire calls so
I
that you
have-
earned 25. But there's nothing there that shows us that. That's what we need from the Patterson Fire Department.
And if they don't provide it, then I guess because they said that they don't have no records of my membership.
So I've reached out to Randall. He reviewed the electronics. He's agreed that he's gonna go back and he's gonna go through the paper. He's been a little busy for the past couple of weeks. But he's not gonna be busy any longer. So hopefully he will find the time to go back and search through the paper records.
Is there any thing that you could write for me to, because if he doesn't find the records, and then I guess I'm out of the retirement benefits. I don't know, like
Yeah, unfortunately, that is probably the case.
then I will have to contact either the district attorney or someone in Albany, a representative in Albany, to start an investigation.
Okay,
You know, I have no, unless you have an idea of what else I can do.
I
I
don't.
have to depend on, in other words, I have to depend on Randall Malkins finding the hard copies of the records before I get in.
Well, I would say the Patterson Fire Department, Randall happens to be the current president.
Right, right.
So,
I don't seem to agree with the logic of that because I believe that I have sufficient documentation to confirm my active service. I could not be active in good standing if I didn't meet the quota for the amount of points with the fire department. And I was never suspended. I have a consistent record of in good standing. And if I'm refused to my retirement after serving, that I think, first of all, it borders non-compliance. And I'll have to just, I guess, figure out for myself how to manage.
Larry, can I ask you a question?
Sure,
What was the last year you were in active service?
2012.
Okay, and did they have electronic records in 2012?
I believe they did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And I've been a member since 1982,
okay.
and Rich has a copy of the service awards. So I guess, is there anything you could suggest other than waiting for whenever somebody has the time to find the hard copies or the?
I don't know of any other answer that I
Okay.
could provide you.
Okay, I'll seek other counseling and proceed from there.
Okay,
Is it possible that you could provide the information that you just told me so I can transfer it to another party?
which information?
That you refuse to allow any retirement benefits to me because you don't have the records? Can I? Do I have something? Can I have something?
If you would like a
writing?
letter to that effect, I'd be happy to provide it.
Okay, then I can proceed from there.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So
Okay,
then I'll just go wait to hear from you.
okay. Yeah, I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thanks. Anyone else joining us tonight? Hearing none, I'll turn our attention to those joining us by Zoom. If there's anybody joining us by Zoom that has any questions or comments for the town board tonight, if you would unmute, state your name and address for the record. Hearing none, it's been a lovely night. Can't wait to go back out to the warm weather. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
Mickey.
Oh, Nick,
No kidding.
you should have told us sooner.